everyone. Happy day after Thursday.
Okay, whatever that is.
All right. We promised to make it short and sweet today. They bet me that I couldn't do it in a half hour.
In other words, Peggy, make it speedy when you do announcements.
No, it's just super cold here and everybody's got so much to do and we want to. Yeah. So I'm here with Peggy, Jess, Heidi, and Kaylee in the studio. So that's who's with me today. Okay. All right. I hear you have some really good news.
Okay. I guess the biggie on the top of the list is those of you who have expressed interest to us at the gathering about wanting to come for Jen Kingwell. Watch your emails, check your spam. Check your spam because people say, well, I never got it. Oh, yeah, it's in my spam. Anyway, so we are going to email everyone from our wait list that expressed interest in Jen Kingwell. That will go out for sure by Monday. It might go out a little bit before that because we're expecting a storm and I might be here and I might send it out whenever.
How many inches are we supposed to get?
We don't know. It goes
depends.
From 6 to 7 to 1 inch.
Yeah, okay. 2 to 4, 3 to 5.
We need snow though. Do you agree?
Yeah.
I mean,
it keeps changing.
Yeah.
I mean, this will be the second year in a row that we didn't have
or more.
We only had like 3 inches of snow in January, which is craziness.
I know, and when you're here, like everybody's like, oh, don't you want to go back to Florida? No, I don't. I love going there for a week, but I want to come home.
Yeah.
Right, and we need snow because I want to ski.
Yeah.
So
you don't have to worry about snow because Jen's coming in August.
Yes, no snow in August.
No snow in August. So you will get an email from us. You will have until next Friday at 5 p.m.
What if they're not on our wait list?
Well, we're going to work through that wait list and then you can call and we'll add you to a second round.
So Jen's coming August 17th through the 30th.
Correct.
Okay.
And we're going to offer 5 classes during that 2-week
Yes, and I know
period.
some are 2 days, some are 3 days. There's a variety of classes there, and there should be a nice opportunity for a lot of people to take a lot of classes because we have her for that long period of time.
Right. And if you want to just come and see her and look at her quilts and whatnot, we're going to have a great trunk show on Sunday the 24th.
Right. So
August.
And everybody's invited to that.
Correct.
That you can come and see her trunk show and see all of her stuff. And she's super cool. Really. I mean, you're not going to find a better salt of the earth teacher than Jen.
Yep.
So
she's super fun. But anyway, 5 offerings in that. So everything she knows is a 3-day class. We've picked one called Bring Me Flowers, which is a 2-day class. Hand quilting for 2 days. So trunk show, and then another one called Buoy Stars, which is a 2-day class, and then the grand finale is Everything She Knows, which is a 4-day class.
Ooh, okay.
So plenty of opportunity
and lodging opportunities and all that with that. Yeah. So we know it's going to be hectic those 2 weeks with people coming and going, but we'll figure it out.
Yep. So watch for that email if you know you're already on the wait list. Once we get through that, then we'll release general information, or you can call the gathering at 920-778-8031 and get on that second round of classes for Jen. So yeah, cool.
So that's the big announcement. All right. So then we got the rest of them that are coming. My Scotland trip is full. Thank you so much. We have 31 people going.
Awesome.
Yes, I guess somebody was a little. They made arrangements for one more person to come, so that's good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So anyway, rug hooking. These are our day clubs. $25. Come for the day, 9 to 4. $25 with lunch. So March 9th, April 6th, and May 4th. That's our rug hooking. Those are held on Sunday because Susie still works full time, so that's when she's available.
Yes.
So call the gathering or go online to the events calendar and sign up for that. Next sit and stitch, February 11th, 25th, and 26th. So that's a nice opportunity, 25 and 26 back to back.
Yeah, night you can stay over.
A lot of people like to come and hang out for 2 days in a row, get lots done. Wool Club, that is February 12th, March 26th. There is no April Wool Club. We are There are 3 days in the month of April that we do not have somebody staying at the gathering.
3, huh?
3.
That's good. That's what we want
3
that
whole
every
days.
month.
Yeah. Well, okay then. So no wool club in April, but May 21st is the next opportunity. Stitchers Gathering. That is Joanne Blank's group. That's a hand stitching group. Very welcoming group. They love to have new people, and they are really growing. So
Yes.
she has a retreat the 12th through the 14th of March where you can come for 3 days.
Ooh, a retreat.
Lodging is available.
Nice.
Otherwise, you could come hang out for the day each day. So call us if you have further questions about that one. Featherweight Club. We do Featherweight and Bernina together on the same day.
The old and the new.
Old and the new. March 10th. No April meeting, and then May 12th. Let's see. Cross Stitch Club. We just had cross stitch this week. So March 19th, no cross stitch in April, and May 7th. I just wanted to let you know too, Kathy Decker heads up or facilitates this group, and she did tell me that she's planning some educational type things each time. And on March 19th, she's going to do framing.
Oh, good.
So if you need some pieces framed or whatever, please come and she can teach you how to do that. And then Bernina Barb, a Bernina education event. February 20th, she's going to do In the Hoop is the name of the class. So it's using your embroidery hoop for a zipper bag. So you can give us a call over at the gathering. So there's a class fee of $50 that does include lunch. And with these 2 classes that she's doing, there may be some kit fees too.
Okay.
To cover the materials that she does. And then March 20th, it's called Pinpoint Placement.
Cool.
I'm not sure what that is. Lisa and I are getting ready for, well,
tomorrow.
Lisa is tomorrow.
Tomorrow's our wool session for Love Is All You Need.
Mm-hmm. And Monday we're doing cotton.
Yep.
So let's see. Cabin Fever. Let me see this.
Yeah, Cabin Fever, it says you have 1 quad room left.
I have one bed.
1 bed in the quad room.
In the quad.
Sweet.
Yep, first. And that one is March 3rd through the 7th. Lisa's works in progress, so that's not a project. That's a come and
work on what you got.
Lisa.
Yeah, so you got 1 bed in the quad room, 2 beds in a quad room, and 1 bed in a double. So you have 4 beds open.
Correct. And that is April 7th through the 9th. We've got quilted coat classes going on. I've got those on there.
Yeah, so quilted coat, the 5-4 and 5-5, 1 opening.
Correct.
And then the 7 July one, you have 5 openings.
Mm-hmm.
And then in August, you have another one, 6 openings.
Correct.
So the summer ones, there's some room in.
Yep. Lodging's available.
Perfect time to get this coat done so you can wear it in the fall.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. And I think
that's my cruise.
That's her cruise coming up in March of 2026 to the Caribbean.
Yep.
So
me and Edita are teaching on a trip out of Galveston, and Roseanne Cook from Quilters Emporium is the one who facilitates that. So you will call Chris if you want any more information on that one. But that's not till a whole nother year and a month or 2.
It'll be here before you know it.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Right?
All right.
All right. So I think, was that quick?
That was pretty quick.
Oh, that was pretty quick.
All right.
All right. So watch, if you're a Jen Kingwell fan, watch for that email. Look at this. This is exciting. This is my first group of Icelandic quilters. I apologize. I can't pronounce any of those.
Oh my
names.
gosh. No.
25.
And everything has 2 T's in it.
So, yes. Hi, Heldora. So actually, she gave me a little history lesson.
What does that mean?
So their last names, correct me if I'm wrong, Heldora. So this is their father's name. Okay. And then Dottir is what's added to that name to show that this is the child of that father.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So like do they lose their mother's name too then?
Apparently.
Yeah, see, I don't like that.
I
don't like that. I don't like that we have to lose our names, but
yeah. So thanks for the information on that, because I would have probably not figured that out. So yeah,
Sweet.
so that's exciting.
So you have 2,
I have 2 groups coming from Iceland.
and that's in
June and September.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks.
So those are your opportunities to come and hang out with us at the gathering.
Oh,
If you haven't done so yet, you need to come.
Daughter
Daughter of.
Daughter of.
Oh, okay. I spy beautiful quilts. Time goes so fast. I'm reading some of the comments. Yeah, so please leave us a comment. That's how we pick some winners for each one of our weekly episodes. Heidi is our prize patrol person. She does an awesome job sending you way too cool prizes. Right? And caramels. And sometimes they're a little harder than others.
Depends on the weather.
Yeah. Exactly. All right, so we have some things to celebrate. Ooh. Dear Lisa, I just wanted to drop a note of thanks for the fun class this year's Road to California. I took the Fort Mackinac class. You made the class a blast. Your kit was great and a very reasonable price. Thank you, Lisa. That was nice. And then we have some anniversaries here at Primitive Gathering. So we want to celebrate our people here. And they are me, 21 years. I think that's off a little bit, but it feels like, no, that must be Primitive Gatherings. So I am celebrating 21 years along with Tina, the wool dyer. Yes, that's perfect. Kaylee, you have 14 years here already. That is so awesome. Scott, my cousin Scott, is the carpenter. He has 7. And Kim Poynton has 1. And Kim is one of my neighbors in Butamore. So thanks everyone for all your hard work. We appreciate you. And you get a nice little prize. Even the boss gets a prize to go out for dinner. Love it. Thanks, Shalon, to get me those without me even having to ask for those. All right, so you know what the show today is about? Prairie Gatherings. We are going to have to place our order pretty soon. I thought we'd be a little bit farther along with quilts, but we'll just show you them as they get done. But I just want to point out a couple things. Before I get into Prairie Gatherings, I want to show you my new box of all the new threads that we have. Now, don't lose your mind, okay? These are all new threads that we never had before. So most of them are 5s, which I'm super stoked about. And they have some of these beautiful colors, like 311. Like, look at this color. This is awesome. Where did I do with those? So we have some 3 strands that I never had before. Oh, there they are. So these are some 3 strands that we never had before. So those are for punch needle or for really tiny wool applique. A lot of 5s that we've not had. And then some solid 8s, it looks like, too. I could have used this color. See, I told you we didn't have it. Maybe in a 12 we did. I never heard of 458, but. Ooh, look at this fuchsia color. I know, right? So, if y'all want to help have as many threads as I do, Jess will be featuring these coming up. Or you started already?
I already sent out a MailChimp, so just a reminder about signing up for our emails. So we told them all about the new colors that were coming in. So.
All right, and I just want to just talk about threads a little bit because so many people are confused about the pattern says 8 and I only have a 12 in my kit, or this and that. All right, so if you're stitching around wool applique, so you're just doing a blanket stitch around, to me an 8 or a 12, unless it's a really, really, really tiny shape, then for sure I want a 12, if not 1 strand of floss if it's a really tiny shape. But most shapes can be stitched with 12s or 8s. I have not ever blanket stitched with a 5 yet, except on the edge of a mat. But for me, an 8 works really good for that. The 5s are really awesome for embroidery stitching. And you can see how the embroidery, this is the pillow that we're going to do tomorrow, along with some other projects. But like these are all the 5 weights. So see how they're nice and open and they don't close up. So these are where you want to use your 5 weights in big stitching like that. When you're making lots of knots, though it's nice to have a chunkier thread. We do have this beautiful new book that has just come out, and you can keep track of all the weights that you have, and it gives you a color of each thread here as well.
The question was, does all the colors come in there, or were they the only colors that we carried?
No, they all come in here. We did all what Valdani carried, and then I think we didn't even realize we didn't have them all. So that's new for us too, that we didn't know that we didn't have all. We thought maybe the 5s only came in a limited selection, but we were wrong. And now we have them all. So now we can fill that book right up and X off all the ones you have. So I hope that helps you decide. So if you have a kit and it says, you know, an 8 weight, but you only have a 12, use the 12. If it's for an embroidery stitch, that's where you really got to pay attention. That's where I'd want the thicker thread for the embroidery stitches. Okay. Yes, this pillow is fantastic, and it's just like one of 3 projects we're going to do tomorrow. I know we're not going to get all of them done. I know that, but I just want to give them a lot to work on. And because for some reason, I love making Valentine's Day stuff. Okay. But yes, we will have these available after my class. They will go on our website. We don't probably have prices yet for some of that stuff, but that is coming soon. All right, what else can I talk about quickly before I go on to Prairie? This is a quarter of the weekend quilt here. Super easy quilt made out of a layer cake or a jelly roll and one background. We picked this fun green. Could pick any color to go with some of those. You could still use the colors in the jelly roll. Just pick something that totally is not in the jelly roll for a background, and I think it'll work great. So that just posted today, I believe, in our weekend quilt series. And our weekend quilt series all about easy, simple quilts that you can get done in a weekend. All right, we got a question. Does the new thread contain stitching instructions? No. No.
It has very
a little basic, but you know, it's mostly to keep track of your threads. It has, you know, probably like 10 basic stitches in there, but not like
It's not a pocket guide.
It's not a pocket guide. No, it's for your threads.
Your wool needle and thread.
Yes. Yes. My wool needle and thread book is the one you need for the stitches, where we have 25 photos showing you what the next step is. So I think Jess went to grab that one. So if you're looking for a thread book, especially a basic thread book, so this doesn't have 200 stitches in it. It has like 10 basic stitches with a lot of other prepping information on wool applique. But like this is finding the end of the ball. And this is a quilt, putting a knot at the end. So all kinds of things here. Connecting pennies, stitching pennies. So this is like blanket stitch. So you can see here, so to do the blanket stitch, look at all the photos for blanket stitch. So we have 20 some photos, more than that, because on how to do that blanket stitch. So it's not just a diagram, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And then there's also 5 projects at the end of the book that you can practice those threads on, or those stitches with all the threads. So this is a how-to book. Our thread book, wool and needle thread book, is for keeping track of what you already have so you don't double buy. Okay, good questions, everyone. All right, do you see anything else that I need to talk about before we go into anything else? Do you have stripe binding? What was that?
Do you have a stripe binding that you can suggest for the Starburst quilt? I think that's probably a question best asked to the shipping department, because they can go down and look and see like what different stripes we have.
So if you did the Starburst quilt, Do you have any leftover fabrics? I would just do a scrappy binding on that thing with all those leftover. I mean, if you can cut 2-inch strips off of your fat quarters that we gave you, if you didn't use all of those, if there was, somebody tell me what was left on that, because you could do a scrappy binding on that. I think it might be hard to find a stripe binding when everything in the quilt is solid. But if you want, make a scrappy binding for that quilt.
Yeah, she may have added some of her own fabrics to
Yeah.
it too. So.
Oh yeah, okay. I think a person would be best off with your thread book and then the wool and needle and thread books. Whatever you think. They do need them both. Okay. All right. So let me just do, I have some things to show off quickly. Look at, I'm done. Yay. I started the class in Florida and I finished it in Florida. How sweet is that? I mean, I got to finish the edge, but all the hooking, quote unquote hooking, is done. Now I got to clean it up and give it a good steam. So I was able to squeak that in between all those beach times. I got the binding on this one. This was the one I taught in California and Mackinac, but this is my test kit for, I wanted to make sure that the kit was good, so I finished that sample as well. And then I just saw this laying here. So this is another good example on how to use all your scraps of wool. Were we looking for a pattern for this? Is that why this was? Okay. We'll figure that out. All right. So those of you, and I think most of you know that I was just in Florida. I had a blast. It felt like I was there a long time. So a week is plenty. A week was plenty for me. It's time to come home. I miss being home. I have some hand quilting to get done this weekend, as well as teaching a class and some other things. But I had lots of fun with my friends down there, and the weather was absolutely gorgeous. I got to see the manatee, what do they call it, festival. They're so cute. Sea cows. All right, somebody earlier had a question about patterns for Countdown to Christmas. And I just want to let you know that we are working on Countdown to Christmas, Starburst, Little Rose, and Fresh Cut Garden patterns. That's what we're working on to get those out as patterns for those of you who are still waiting for those. Yes, we are working on them and we'll get them done. Anyway, okay, yep, so that's the Christmas one. Can you share more details on Jen's classes? Not yet. Look for the email. Are you going to Mackinac in 2026? I am not. The coupon for February for threads does not include Valdani.
Does it? Yes.
Yes, it includes Valdani. Can you do thread kits for the yearly wool box projects too? We have, right?
We, for the year-long project, we did not, because that's indigo.
Oh, the year-long.
That's indigo, so that's not completed. The reason why we have a complete thread list, or almost a complete one, is because for Serenity, you're using the same color way throughout the quilt, but all the other ones, you're not done, so we don't know.
Just keep buying more. You'll have enough then. I know it's hard. You want all the same ones, but those we'll try to get ahead on those, and maybe be able to publish those sooner than we have. You got understand that the beginning of the year when we start a new wool box, it takes us a while to get used to the new project, right? So kitting us, getting the new one done, us, so here on out, it should be a little bit easier. It's just hard that first month. So once we get that out, then we'll be working several months ahead, and we should be able to get you threadless sooner than later. Okay, but it's just the first ones are always tough to get out with the end of the year and all the stuff that happens at the end and the beginning of a new year. It's always a tough time. I signed up for the wool box again today. I had to take a break last year. Serenity kept calling me when she showed it sneak peek. Yes, we do have people coming back. That's a good thing.
Can you pick up the thread kit there?
All right.
So we have been out of stock of the threads or a thread kit for Serenity. Valdani has gotten all the threads back in stock. So right now up on the website, we have a pre-order available for the thread kit. And on Monday, I am placing my order for those threads because I don't want to under order and I don't want to over order. So if you still want a thread kit for Serenity, please put your order in this weekend by Monday because I'm going to order.
And what was people talking about 2 missing threads or 2?
So what happened the first round is we had enough to make, I think it was almost 200 complete thread kits. And then after that, we were only missing 2 threads. So we put another thread kit up that minus the 2 threads prices and told them that later on, once those 2 come into stock, they would be able to purchase them later. But this was a partial missing those 2.
Okay.
So
So they weren't missing. We just didn't have them in stock to put into the kit.
Correct. So in the description, we did put that. I think originally it was like $107 and then it dropped down to like $97 or something like that because we did minus those 2 threads for the price. So you didn't get charged for the 2 that you were missing. They were not missing, that were not in there.
That we were out of. Yeah.
Yes, because Valdani was out of it as well at that time.
Okay.
So we didn't know when they were going to come in.
Okay. So I hope that's all been cleared up and you're on your way with that one. So I know a bunch of you are getting your wool boxes right now. And I know some of them take some unexpected trips but I can tell you, right? They have all left our building, right? So none of them are sitting in Larson. I know sometimes I'll hear mine's still sitting in Larson, but you can't really trust that. All right. Just so you know, not every USPS scans at every time those packages moves. So sometimes you'll think it's coming on Thursday and it ends up at your door already on Monday. So just kind of take that all with a grain of salt and know that they're out the door here, they're on your way, and you should be getting them very soon. Okay? You see anything that I need to talk about there?
Helen says the wool has left the building.
The wools have left the building. The wool box has all left the building. Every one of them.
I think you can move on.
It would be nice. Oh, read this.
What are you reading?
I'm just reading some comments, that's all. All right. So, you want to see what everybody's losing their mind about? So if you were in the wool box and you didn't get yours yet, look away. Right now, I'm giving you an opportunity to not see what I'm going to show you. But this is the project that everybody's losing their mind about.
Oh, I know.
So please look away if you don't want to be known. But look at how beautiful this is. It's bigger than me. Isn't this great? I love it. It took me a little while to stitch this one. Isn't that awesome? I want to do a sticker like this. All right, you can turn around now. It's gone.
Oh, just so you all know, she did not reach her half an hour challenge.
Darn it all. All right.
10 seconds.
10 seconds. I'm a little over. All right. We're going to get this done in the next 10 minutes, though. Here we go. Okay. So I want to open one more thing. Fat Quarter Shop sent me a Cupid box. Do we know any details on this?
It's in the binder.
It's in the binder.
Can she show it? No.
Peggy stole the binder.
Peggy was walking out with that binder. It's all the way back. Second to last page, probably. And I
2025 limited edition Fat Quarter exclusive Cupid box.
So this is in the highlighted area. Is what you
All right, let's see. This 2025 Cupid box by Fat Quarter Shop is bursting with quilting fabrics and notions, all with a sweet Valentine's theme. It's packed with exclusive goodies that can't be found anywhere else, including an exclusive project that will make your quilting heart sing. This box retails for over $80, which is over $35 in savings. The pre-sale price is $41.98, and after the box is available to ship, the price will go up by $5. So if you want one, there might be some of these left. So here's a cute little thing saying what's all going on in here. We have some fabric from Lella. We have a beautiful big old heart pin bowl that says Fat Quarter Shop. A little heart needle minder. Some Sarah Watts hearts, it looks like. Sarah hearts. You put those in the binding. And a little card here. Valentine card for you. Maybe a couple of them, it looks like. 2 of them. You only have 2 sweethearts. And then here's your pattern for that fabric. And you must have to, what else? You need some background and inner border fabric to complete that project. So super cool. If you want one, you got to go to Fat Quarter Shop and grab yourself one of these cute boxes. Okay. All right, so let's talk about Prairie Gatherings. So Prairie Gatherings is my line of flannel that will be here for an August delivery. And I know it's only February, right? But pretty soon, like in a month, we have to place our order for this fabric. And there's a lot of cool fabrics in here that you can be used for a bunch of different things. So let me go over the quilts first that we have in the fabric line, and I'm showing them to you on this page right here. All right, now this one is called Arrowhead. It is 64 by 80, and the pattern is $12, and the kit is on our website for a pre-order as well, right, Jess?
It will be up later today. It did not get, there has to be a few little changes that we forgot to do in order to get those pre-orders done correctly.
Okay. All right. So this one will be up there for sale. And we also have, let me just go through the quilts first. And then this one here is called Home on the Prairie. It is 84 by 84. It is also a $12 pattern. It is pre-cut friendly. So it's coming with a tower like this. And then it needs a background. And then we also have a wide back for this one. I'll show you the wide backs later on. So that's another option that you can order. All right, so the one next is called Pennies on the Prairie. Now this is a quilt that I have already previously done. Now, Kaylee, this one right here is 63 by 84. Show the quilt behind me. This is the antique where we have taken the inspiration from. And obviously, theirs looks a little mishmashy because they didn't have all the beautiful fabrics that we have. So ours will be more cohesive and not so scrappy. We have, it's called like a blue and taupe setting. We have done it in red and black previously to this. And if you already have this book, you don't have to purchase a pattern for this one. It's already in here. And I'll show you the picture of how we did it in red and black. And then the next one that we're going to do is, so here's the red and black one. We're going to do blue and taupes. Now look at those pennies that are in each one. Do you see what's kind of going on here? I did a pre-cut panel that we can just cut these out, piece them together, and you don't have to stitch them. Or we have fabric that's just all pennies. This would make a good back as well. Just have to kind of fussy cut that and line them back up when you sew those together. We should have did a 108 wide of one of those, but we did not. All right, so there's only a couple more quilts. This is the one we're doing right now. And this one reads a little dark here, but it's actually a light gray background that we're using for this one. So it actually comes on this background. See the difference? So we switched it before we switched this photo. And this quilt is called Prairie Star. It is 96 by 96. We are just putting on the last borders right now at home, me and Madeline. And then that one also, we have a wide back for that one, and it's this print in the wide back, that basket weave.
I have a question. Are we going to kit up the penny one with wool? Or are we just
We're going to probably do it both ways. Okay. I'm not going to make it over with wool. I'm going to make it with the cheater.
I'll make it with the wool.
I already have one. And then the next one is called Pumpkin Stand. So it's a line of pumpkins that runs like 3/4 down your bed. And it says, hey there, pumpkin. It is 100 by 108. It's for a king size bed, or you just do one less pumpkin for the other ones. We also have a wide backing for that one picked out as well. I'll show you the wide backs. All right, so those are all the quilts that we have, plus a bunch more. I know that the retreat at the end of the year, Val and I are working with this fabric line. Did we name that retreat yet? We didn't talk about it yet, did we?
I have it on my list as Lisa and Val.
Yeah. So Val and I think are doing a retreat. I think it's in October or November. October. All right, and we're going to use this fabric line. Okay, so I want to show you the fabrics now. So here is one of the cap sets. So we have this pretty basket weave. I love how this is showing. These are really nice and true on my screen here. This is nice little diamond print. This one right here is a beautiful quote unquote solid. It's a primitive muslin, but that is just gorgeous, I think. And then some more of these diamond weaves. This was a really nice also print that reads pretty solid, and it's really tiny. Here's a big stripe. This would make good binding, right? And then a nice, beautiful taupey gray plaid. So those are all of the taupes and grays. And then we have blues. Now this would be great for winter. So again, the big plaid, the beautiful light background piece, and then a little diamond grid. This is a little herringbone, a beautiful stripe, an awesome little plaid, the solid blue, And then the basket weave, darker blue. So to me, this screams winter. Winter project.
Are these flannels or are they cotton?
They are all flannel. Okay, so yes, they are cotton, but they're cotton flannel. So here we have, this looks really red, but it's not red, it's orange. So here's the reds. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that because it's reading really funny on my screen. But this beautiful small plaid, a great neutral background here. So when you see these, to me, we buy lots of these because they're never around when we need them. Another great background. And then we have 4 different orange prints for fall. Basket weave, the diamonds, and then that small, beautiful plaid. So this looks really red on my screen, but trust me, they're nice, deep oranges, beautiful for fall. And then here we have Christmas. So these are reds and burgundies. It's not brown, that's actually a burgundy. The diamonds, this little seedy print, the basket weave, and the red solid. Then we have the red herringbone, and then 2 burgundies, the diamond and the basket weave.
Lisa, do you starch flannel?
Yes, I starch flannel when it's used for piecing. When it's used for piecing. If we're appliquing it, no. Then here we have taupe, or brown. That big plaid. This beautiful print here. This basket weave. This beautiful one here. All right, so I just want to show you. I'll do it in a minute. And then this beautiful stripe. This was the inspiration for the whole line. So I found a piece of wool that looked like this, and I asked them to see if they could duplicate it, and it has all the colors in the line except for the orange. And then these are the wide backs. They come in these 4 colors. I'd say gray, cream and gray, brown and taupe, the 2 reds, and a beautiful navy. And remember, 108s can be used as batting as well. And then here's the 2 overall penny pieces. Comes in navy and cream. And then here's this fussy panel that comes in cream and blue. Okay. Super fun, right? This comes in August. So when you order, you will be putting down a reservation fee. We do not want all your money right now. We will, when they ship out, when they come in, or I think that month that they arrive in, that's when they are scheduled to charge your remainder of your card for any of your pre-orders.
All right, so a couple questions on starching.
Okay.
It says, how many times do you usually have to wash a quilt to get all the starch out and have it feel and look comfy?
I would say once.
Do you wash your quilt when it's done since it's starched?
Yes and no. Depends.
I mean, obviously after it's been quilted,
Yeah.
you know, if it didn't have wool applique or it wasn't a wall.
Yeah, so I think, I don't know if we're worried about the starch in your quilt, if that's what we're worried about, but starch is not made out of corn anymore. I know that's kind of funny, but so if that's what you're looking for, like you don't have to wash your quilt, because I don't think that there's going to be anybody chewing on your quilt because it's not cornstarch anymore. The fat quarter panel does not come in the bundle. Nope. Nor do none of the panels do. So there's 4 different panels there. Those do not come in the bundle. Those are extra purchases. Oh, you're answering. Good. All right. So do we have any questions about Unity before I sign off today? We are going to pick the winners. All right, so this is what we came up with 5 minutes before. We are announcing week 2's winner right now for Unity. On the 13th of February, we are going to announce week 3 and 4. Because remember, we gave you some time, we're giving you some time to catch up because some of you still haven't gotten your things or you're waiting for papers. So we're kind of dragging our feet with the first couple winners. But then going forward, the 20th will be week 5, the 27th will be week 6.
And that's when we are announcing.
That's when we announce the winner. So like week 6 will start on the 20th. Week 5 will start on the 13th. I know it's confusing. It just is what it is, okay? And I know you want the dates on your little charts, but you can handle it. You can handle it. And remember, try not to post ahead. We want to see all the same weeks together. Okay, I have some winners here for today.
Did you say who the winner was?
I didn't say it yet.
Oh, I was like, don't forget.
So weeks 2 Unity winner is Sharon Lewis. I'm going to give that to Heidi so she remembers. There are our week 1 winner, week 2, and technically yesterday started week 4, right? Yeah, okay. Then for today's show, we have 3 winners picked, and they are Philip Steiner, Laureen Bright, and Lynn, L-Y-N-N-E with an S. You are 3 winners for today live. Brace yourself for the storm, people.
Yeah.
Hopefully you'll have lots to stitch on. Hopefully your boxes will come in the next day or 2. Those of you who are patiently waiting, thank you so much. We appreciate that. Anything else before I sign off? Nothing? All right, everyone. Take care, and we'll see you back here next week where every stitch tells a story.